we will give the British people a referendum with a very simple in or out choice.
Back in 2013, just a day before the world leaders met at the World Economic Forum in Davos, British Prime Minister David Cameron dropped a bomb. He said if re-elected in 2015, he would hold a referendum on whether to stay in the European Union by the end of 2017. But why give up EU membership when so many countries want in? Well, the UK isn't happy, and Cameron has 4 demands that he wants met. The first is that member states that don't use the euro currency should be protected from having to bail out eurozone countries such as Greece. The UK also wants an end to Brussels bureaucracy to raise competitiveness, as well as an exemption from the principle of an ever closer union. Finally, the UK wants to restrict benefits for refugees to combat the current arrival of asylum seekers from other member states. If these conditions aren't met, Cameron has warned that he's ready to think again about the UK's membership in the EU. So far though, the President of the European Council, Donald Tusk, has said it would be very, very tough to reach a deal by the upcoming EU summit in December. Not everyone thinks a so-called Brexit is such a great idea. They've argued that it would mean the end of Britain on so many levels. For instance, the former Prime Minister Gordon Brown said that leaving Europe to join the world is really the North Korea option. Out in the cold with few friends, no influence, little new trade, and even less new investment. So far, 3 campaigns have been launched. 2 are pushing for an EU exit, while the other wants to stay put. The Britain Stronger in Europe campaign argues that leaving the EU would diminish British influence in the world, while the people behind Leave.eu say membership in the bloc has crushed democracy. And how about the economy? Thomas Sampson of the London School of Economics says an exit will lead to an increase in trade barriers between Britain and the EU.
We'd both expect to see that there would be increased costs of importing goods into the UK, and it would be harder for British businesses to export to the EU.
On top of that, the credit rating agency Standard & Poor's says a vote to leave could lead to the country losing its AAA rating for the first time in 40 years. Believing that it's a bad idea overall for the economy, Sampson says there is only one benefit of a departure.
One benefit for the UK of leaving the EU would be that it would make lower contributions to the EU budget, so that would save money for the UK government. But even accounting for that, the overall effect of leaving the EU, when we've looked at that, would be negative.
There are different views from the public as well. Most recent polls suggest that if a referendum were held today, Britain would vote to stay in the EU, but it would be close.
To make it a binary scenario of yes and no, it is very, very dangerous. I think the best policy would be to work within the EU, within the partners, and get the best deal for the UK.
The latest YouGov poll shows that 56% of respondents think that an exit is risky, but compared to June, the perception of risk is down from 64%. That means more people are considering an exit. Issues like the Greek debt drama and the refugee crisis play major roles in the public's willingness to leave the Union. The online version of the Oxford Dictionary has an entry for the word Grexit. Brexit hasn't quite got there, but that could easily change.